On the streets of the city, the massive horde of zombies kept bumping into one another. They were feasting on a rat as miles away Benjamin looked with binoculars with the others closely behind him. That's crazy! There's no way in hell we'll be able to kill that many walkers and retake that city, Carla stated. Where there's a will, there's a way, he stated. If you think we can do it, I believe you. But we need to be smart. So what do we do first? Rachel asked. Nothing, he stated. Carly and the others stood there in silence, looking at each other in confusion. Come again? Manny asked. Nothing, Benjamin stated. Okay, so our leader has officially lost his mind if he thinks that the city is just gonna magically empty itself from thousands of rotters. Anyone else want to freak out? He asked, raising his hand. I haven't lost my mind, Kit. What I meant is that we're not ready yet, so everyone is going to stay here and look after each other until I get back, he stated. Come back from where? Rachel asked him. Manny was whispering to Carla. Kid? He called me a kid. Isn't he younger than me? He asked, but Carla shushed him. I'm going with you, she told him. I'm not going to be able to convince you to stay, am I? He asked. Not this time. Not ever again. Where you go, I go, she told him firmly. Benjamin smiled. Thank you, he told her. Carla smiled. Normally he would sigh or say no way, but he gave in, not fighting her on this. So where are you and Rachel going? Sean asked. Recon. I took a good look at the city. Those steel walls were put up by the military during the fall, but they were never finished. If I can sneak inside the city and figure out how far the walls extend, we can use our vehicles to block the remaining openings and secure this place. I've never been in this city before, so finding a map would really help us out, get a layout. I've never been in this city before, so finding a map would really help us get a layout of the land, he told them. Sean and the others looked on. So, you're gonna use the camouflage? Tyler asked. Yep. It's the only way to sneak into the city without the dead smelling us, he told him. You know, you use that trick way too often, Carla told him. Benjamin laughed. Yeah, I guess I kind of do, he confessed. You're gonna get sick or something if you keep using that trick. It's such a cheat code, Sean said. Benjamin patted him on the back. Yeah. See you when I get back. Carla then walked up to him. So you're just leaving me here? What am I supposed to do? She asked. Benjamin turned to her. I need you here to watch the others and keep them safe. You're the only one here I trust the most to do that, he stated. Carla signed. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll just wait here for you to get back, she stated. We'll be okay, he told her. Yeah, I know. You always come back, she stated. In the building, Sean went over to Jordan. Hey, Jordan, are you okay for the mission? He asked. Yeah, I'm going with my dad, he told him. Oh, that's good. Well, I just wanted to wish you 2 luck and once again say I'm sorry. Be safe, Sean said, walking away. As he did, Jordan turned as he was about to say something, but then stopped himself. Elsewhere, Manny approaches Carla. Hey, is everything okay? You seem distracted, he asks. I'm fine, she says back. Don't take this the wrong way, but I don't think you are. You've been pretty quiet since the outpost. I heard from some of the others, but you were there the longest. Do you want to talk about it? Manny asked. No, I don't. I'm a soldier. I'm perfectly capable of helping tomorrow, she said. That's not what I'm worried about. I'm worried about you. If something happened, you need to talk about it, he stated. Carla then got flashes of a walker biting a young boy, and then she saw herself tied up as the walker was about to bite her. She gasped as Manny touched her shoulder. No! Please, just leave me alone. I don't want to do anything. I just want to be alone right now, she told him. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll be here if you need anything, he said, walking away. Meanwhile, Obadiah was taking care of the horses as Patrick went to go talk to him. Are they bitten? He asked. Nope, not a single scratch on them, thank God, he said. Where did these horses even come from? He asked. No idea. Rachel and the boys just found them on the road being attacked, he stated. They must have wandered off from their home, he said. Maybe. I wonder where they came from, Obadiah asked. Chris pitched an idea. Maybe there's a marking or insignia on their shoes, he asked. It's possible, he stated. You don't want to check? He asked. Good luck with that. I'm not desperate to see God that badly, Obadiah joked. Meanwhile, Jose was talking to Dan and Alexa. This is crazy. There's no way we can take this city, she stated. Oh, come on, Alexa. Think of the possibilities, Dan told her. Yeah, imagine this place being ours, he asked. And how are the few of us supposed to pull this off, she asked. Dan and Jose looked at each other. No idea, but Benjamin got us this far. Let's trust him. Elsewhere, Benjamin and Rachel covered themselves in guts as Benjamin takes his bag, pulling out his cracked phone. What are you going to do with that? She asked. Going to bring pictures for us to take back. This will help us figure out the best places to draw the dead. Do you think this is a good idea? Benjamin asked. I've learned to never doubt your instincts, she said. It's just that we have so many people, more people than before, and we're trying to start our own community. Starting all over, he stated. We are, but maybe it'll do us all a lot of good. Put the past behind us and look towards the future, Rachel said, excited. The truth is, I got the idea after reading Rebecca's letter, he told Rachel, as her smile quickly died. She said she finally believed that we were a family, and said it didn't matter where we were, that as long as we had each other, we would always be a family, no matter what we went through or where we were, he stated. Rachel wiped a tear from her eye. She was right. I believe her. Place doesn't make people a family. It's how we treat each other and what we do for one another. He made that possible for us. He made it possible for people who never would have met or even helped each other before fight and die for one another. Peter and the Takers, Patrick, Manny, and now their group. Someone's going to have to be the leader for them. Not just a leader out there, but a leader in there too. Imagine us looking back on this day years from now, thinking we were crazy to try and take on an entire city. But nothing has ever stopped you before, and it won't now. I know it. I believe in you. And this could be our new home. So let's fight for it, she said. Benjamin smiled. I love you, Rachel, he said, kissing her on the lips. A while later, in the streets, Benjamin and Rachel walked holding hands, going through the massive swarm of the dead inside the city. The walkers smelled them, but they went the other way. Rachel looked on as they looked at the wall. It was tall and sturdy. Benjamin took a picture of it. As they continued on their way, the young couple looked on at the city. Despite the dead atmosphere of thousands of zombies all around them, it was quite beautiful. The city was largely intact. The buildings still retained a lot of color. They saw a lot of shops, apartments, buildings, houses, and even a massive church. Benjamin heads inside the church. As Rachel follows on closely, he takes another picture before slowly closing the doors. He takes out his knife and removes the Guts poncho from himself. He then kills the walkers with Rachel, and afterwards, they both sit down. Rachel is praying as Benjamin also sits down. I know I haven't really talked to you in a long time. I stopped and I'm sorry, he stated. I've done a lot of things I'm not proud of, but I don't regret doing any of them, because I made it here with my family, and I will do anything to keep them safe. I know I shouldn't be asking for this, but please protect them. Not for me, but for them. They're not like me. They're not monsters. I am. I just want them to be safe. And they won't be unless by some miracle we manage to clear this place out. So I'm asking you this time for a miracle. Please. begged. A miracle is something we really need right now. And I don't think I've got another one in me, he stated. Thank you, Benjamin said. I know that you don't need my gratitude, but you kept a lot of my friends alive. You helped us find each other again. I'm never gonna let them go again, he said, getting up. Him and Rachel both got up and got ready for what came next. As they continued to move through the fallen city past the herd, he saw the area where the walls ended, so he took a picture, marking it, as he got another idea. We should find the city hall, he whispered. Elsewhere, Sean was walking to Jordan and Dylan as they moved some boxes. Hey guys, Sean said. Can I help? He asked. No, he told him. Jordan, I said I was sorry, he told him. Sorry doesn't cut it. You left me to die in that building, he stated. Sean walks off, saddened. Obadiah sees it and went to Chris. Hey, have you checked in on your son? Oh no, what's wrong now? He asked. I saw Sean trying to apologize and your boy just shutting him down, he told him. I know I'm not their father, but they should forgive that boy. Holding a grudge isn't healthy, he told him. Chris signed as he went over to them. Hey boys, what are you doing? He asked. We're gonna go get rid of some of the bodies, they said. Yeah, I really appreciate you boys helping around, he told him. Hey, Dylan, can you go check on your mother for me? He asked. Does it have to be now? He asked. Yes, please. Okay, Dylan said, going off. Jordan noticed it. What is it, Dad? Are we doing something wrong? He asked. No. Well, yes, but not with the infected. You've handled them really well, and I'm proud of you, how strong you and your brother have gotten. But it's something else, he said, trying to set his son down. Jordan, I am so sorry that I let you be taken by those people. I should have done better to protect you, he stated. I should have watched you better. Your mother's barely talking to me, he stated. It wasn't your fault, Dad. I ran off. I should have listened to you about staying close, but I didn't, he told him. Regardless, I'm still your father. I failed you. You didn't want to talk about it every time I asked you, he stated. Jordan was crying. Just let it out, son, he said, hugging him. I saw a kid there, my age. They just forced him to hold still. As a rotter bit into him, he cried, horrified. It wasn't you. Those people are gone, and they will never touch you again. I promise, Jordan, he said, as Jordan was crying. Son, please, listen. You need to forgive Sean, he told him. It's the only way you can heal. But he left me! Jordan, he's just a kid like you. He's even younger, and he came back with me and the others to get you back, he told him. In the city hall, Benjamin and Rachel gathered some records and maps. I found a map. Looks like the city government were trying to work with the military to set up the walls. They looked at the schematics holding them. Mobile and towable, 2.5 meter high and 6 meters long, protective steel walls, light and highly resistant with a positive weight protection ratio, resistant to rifle fire. Their steel, concealed, protect along front lines and inside threatened areas. Nearly 1,800 of them were set up around the city, but apparently they didn't have enough materials and started using 3 to 6 meter high concrete walls for the fast construction of a protective wall, effective against low trajectory weapons, small arms fire, shrapnel, and blast, he stated. I'm guessing an army of rotting hucks won't break through, she stated. Benjamin smiled. Something like that. So if we actually do take this place, we'll definitely be safe from any of the dead from the outside. No horde could ever be able to break through the walls, he stated. Then how'd this place fall? She asked. It could have been a lot of ways. Not enough soldiers to keep up with the walls, not enough food in the city, arguments with the city council, and some soldiers probably went off to look for their families, he stated. Benjamin put the maps in his bag, folding them, as Rachel walked away in the hallway. She looked over, seeing a door opening, before sitting down at a massive table in the main room. She looked around, smiling. Benjamin walked up to her. I think that's a good look for you, he stated. What? Me at a desk? She asked. Oh, yeah. You're the smartest person I know. I couldn't think of anyone better for the role than you, he said. Georgie did say I had a lot more potential. Maybe you're right. I've been trying to get stronger, but maybe I've been doing it all wrong. Maybe that's not the only way I can help everyone, she told him. I have a lot of talents, she said, excited. I've always told you that, he told her. I know, but I guess I always figured you were just trying to be nice to me. I knew you liked me, but I always had doubts to live up to your expectations. I was afraid of disappointing you, she told him. Rachel, you could never disappoint me, he said, hugging her. The two of them kissed. We should get back, he stated. Yeah, I guess you're right. I just think this is nice. You and me, alone. Benjamin smiled and kissed her this time. Yeah, it is nice. But they'll worry about us. You know them. A few hours and they'll panic and try to come after us. And then we'll be in a massive pickle because you and I couldn't get some time to ourselves, he stated. Yeah, you're right. But one day, I'm going to have you all to myself, and nothing is going to stop me, she stated. Benjamin smiled. I look forward to that day, my lady, he says, letting go of her. Benjamin and Rachel make it back with the others at nighttime. Carla and Sean notices them. Benjamin walks over to Carla. Hey, so, all good in the town? She asked. It is, but I want to talk to you about something, he stated, surprising Carla. I know what they were going to do to you, he stated. I'm glad we got you out of there in time. Do you want to talk about it? He asked. They killed so many people in that warehouse, she told him. And I feel so guilty. I should have done something, she stated. Carla, there was nothing you could have done. You were locked in there with them, he stated. I know that, but it doesn't change how I feel. I'm a soldier. How did you feel when your mother she asked, making Benjamin sad. Oh, God. Benjamin, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean... I shouldn't have said that, she apologized. No, it's okay. You're right. I did feel guilty when my mother died. I didn't understand why she had to die, but I was meant to live, he stated. But it happened, and I had to move on with my life. Carla, you were such an amazing person. You survived because you were tougher than them. Those people didn't deserve to die, but I wouldn't trade you for them, he told her. If it wasn't for you and Rachel, I'd be dead. Again, he told her. You guys are always saving me. Sometimes I think things would be better for you guys if I just left, she said. Hey! Benjamin snapped her out of it. You are my best friend. How many times do I have to rely on you? How many times did you save Rachel? Listen to me, Carla. You are not a waste. You are not weak or a coward. You're family. You're the toughest soldier I know. We wouldn't have gotten this far without you. You're not some burden to us. You're one of us. Always will be. I couldn't have done anything I did if it wasn't for you, there by my side. If it wasn't for you and John, I would have died on that street. I would have never seen my mother ever again. I just want the fighting to stop, she said, crying, as Benjamin hugged her. In the distance, Manny looks on, not disturbing them. As they rejoined the others, everyone was eating food, as Benjamin was boiling a pot of water. He then took a toothbrush and dipped his brush in it, as he put on some toothpaste before brushing his teeth. Patrick looks on at the plans with Rachel and smiles. This is actually looking very plausible. If we lead the dead through this bridge, we'd be very safe, he complimented. But there must be 50, 100,000 rotters in the city, Chris stated. We don't even have 200 people in our group. How could we possibly pull this off, he asked. Benjamin finished brushing his teeth as he listened to all the murmuring. I know it seems impossible, but the thing about hordes is that their sizes don't matter. They still act the same. They have a hive mind and follow sound. The chances of retaking the entire city by killing them all is 100% impossible, and it will take way too long. Walkers always follow sound and sight because they use their senses in finding food. We still have a lot of disruption charges we stole from the CRM, flares and ammo as well. How many people can we get for the mission tomorrow? Ben asked. I don't know. I'll start asking people, Patrick stated. Benjamin thanked him. Benjamin and the others sat by Sean and Tyler, who were petting Merle. How cool will it be if we actually got to take the city back? Tyler asked. I mean, how cool would this be? Think about it. An arcade, comic store, fireworks store? Can you imagine all the fun we're going to have in this place? We'll be able to do whatever and whenever we want, he said, excited. Benjamin smiled. Oh no, I see that glimmer in your eye, Rachel joked. I want to help. Please let me. I'm 14, Ben, he begged. Yeah, but you know Rachel is still your big sister, he stated. He can help us. We'll need all the help we can get, and Tyler has earned my trust, she stated, making him smile. So, what do we still need? Sean asked. Well, I got to come up with a plan. Someone's gonna need to go out and get some more fireworks. We don't have enough distractions, he revealed. I'll go, Sean says. Me too. Okay, but you guys will need a lot of fireworks. I'm sending some adults with you too, he stated. I'll go with them, Dan offered. You sure? Benjamin asked. Yeah, I want to start helping more. I'll come too, Alexa told him. Can I come with you guys? Jose asked. Yeah, of course, man. The more the merrier, he smiled. Benjamin looked on, smiling. Thank you, guys. It means a lot. I'll mark where you guys have to go on the map. After they leave, Tyler speaks up. Whoa, those three are never the ones to talk. He laughed. Yeah, well, times are changing. Everyone in this group is valuable and important to us, Rachel stated. They then noticed Grace coming and sitting down with them. Hello, everyone, she greeted. Hi, Grace. How are you feeling? Rachel asked. I'm doing well, all things considered. The doc says my baby is still going on strong, she says. That's good to hear. We'll be able to make a home for your baby. I'm not having your child grow up on the road, he stated. Thank you so much, Benjamin, and everyone. But please, don't put yourselves in danger only for my sake. I don't want anyone having to, God forbid, get hurt or die for me, she stated. Grace, it's honestly a group decision, and one I've had for a while now. Living in this city is perfect for us. The walls block off a huge chunk of the dead from us, giving us a lot of protection. The bridge helps a lot too. It's a fortress, ready to happen. I'm just surprised we didn't find this place sooner and decide to live here. It's not like Nest. We planted roots, but they didn't grow. We didn't make it into a real community because we were so focused on being content. But we're gonna do a lot more with this place. There's a school, police station, shops, homes, restaurants, and parks. If we take this place, when we take this place, Rachel corrected. Thank you. When we take this place, the dead will be forgotten because our home will be so large we'll barely even know the dead are outside the walls. All the hardships we've suffered will feel like a bad dream. I'm just grateful that I got to know all of you and you're all still with me. I know I wasn't able to save so many of you. Andrew, Rebecca, John, Yumi, May, Jason, Karen, Hannah, but I'm grateful for you all, and I wouldn't trade this if I had the chance, he stated. Everyone smiled. Andrew trusted you, and so do I. So does our baby. You're a remarkable young man, Benjamin. I trust you with our lives. I won't disappoint you, or her, or him. Sorry. I guess I won't know his gender for a while, he stated, smiling. Tyler and Sean yawned, with Grace seeing it. Oh, looks like someone needs to go to bed, she says like a parent. Nope, Tyler said. It was just a reflux. Grace is right. You boys need to go to bed, Rachel says. Oh, come on, Ben, he asks. Nope, they're right. You two are going to bed. Need to be bright and early for tomorrow, he stated. Ah, man, you two, Sean said, annoyed, getting up. It's already happening. I think they're at the part of the relationship where he'll agree with her no matter what, Tyler whispered to Sean. And just what are you whispering about? Benjamin asked in a serious tone. Nothing, nothing. Good night, sis, he said, kissing Rachel. That's what I thought, Benjamin replied as Sean hugged him. Benjamin hugged back as the boys go to bed. How did he hear you? Sean asked. I don't know, just keep walking, Sean said, scared, as they went to bed. The next day, Sean, Jose, Tyler, Dan, and Alexa all make it to the town in Gut's camouflage, as Alexa cringes at how grossed out she is. As they stop, Dan looked pointing more forward. They finally made it to the fireworks store. Dan opened it up as everyone slowly got inside the store. The walkers were coming towards them as Alexa slowly pulled her gun out. Dan covered it. No noise, he stated. He then smacked the zombie in the face with the crowbar as Jose takes his knife and stabs the other one in its head, killing it. As the walkers dropped down, the boys looked over as Sean covered the door, slowly closing it as more dead couldn't get in. As they looked everywhere in phantom fireworks, they looked and saw a very minuscule amount of fireworks remaining in the store. Tyler looked around and checked the back. Hold on, let me come with you, she stated. Alright, be careful, you two, Dan said, as Sean looked over at the counter, finding pictures of people and their family members on them. In the back, Tyler and Alexa looked and saw a walker growling at them. With a burned face, he kicked it down, stabbing it in the head, as his knife was stuck in its face. Tyler fell over as Alexa helped him up. My neck! Ew, it looks like it fused with its head, she stated. Back in the front, Sean looked over several photos in the front. Do you ever wonder what happened to all these people? Like, do you think we should just assume they're all dead at this point? Yes. Not exactly, muchacho. Maybe they're alive. You never know. They say no one is gone until you see the body, he told Sean. Yeah, but the apocalypse was an extinction event. I mean, do you ever really wonder how many people are left? Or even if the human race will survive this? He asked. I try not to think about that, he states. Why? Sean asked. Because for the best 2 years, our chances haven't looked the best, Dan stated. That sounds like a bunch of mierda. We're too stubborn to die out, Jose stated. Maybe. Okay. Come on, let's get the fireworks, Dan ordered. Several minutes pass. Did we get all of them? Jose asked. No. Ben said we're supposed to get the best ones for distractions. Well, that's specific, Jose stated. You'd think he could have given us the list to make it easier, Dan said. Hey, come on, it's not his fault. He hasn't seen fireworks in like 2 years, so what should we do? Sean asked. We need to get the best ones we can carry for distractions. Maybe the firecrackers. Definitely get some of the ropey ones, Sean told him. After this, we should totally use the rest of these and have a party, he stated. Just throwing it out there, he said. Maybe. Let's just get through today first, Dan stated, taking some of the fireworks. Elsewhere, Benjamin looked over at Adrian and Peter. I think it's best if you guys sit this one out. You're in no condition to help lead the herd out of the city. Adrian was upset and went to his girlfriend. I can't believe Ben is letting you go and not me. He's acting like I would be a burden, he stated. Adrian, you were just shot in the shoulder a week ago. You need to rest, she told him. I feel fine. And besides, how am I supposed to protect you? He asked. Kat didn't respond. What? Adrian asked. You know, I am getting really sick and tired of you always talking about me like that. Last time I checked, you didn't even thank me or the others for going back for you. If it wasn't for us, you would have died in that facility. But did you thank Benjamin or me? No, you didn't. Kat, come on. Don't call me that. My name is Catherine, and right now, you might be the last person I want to talk to. What? Kat, what did I do? He asked. It's what you didn't do, Adrian. You never trusted me. I'm not some little girl, Adrian, to protect. I'm a grown woman who can protect herself. But you always treat me like I'm helpless, she stated. Kat, I love you, he stated. You can't love me if you don't respect me, Kat said, crying, walking away. Adrian was left horrified and disturbed at what she said. Later, we see Benjamin and Rachel talking when the group all stand up. All right, everyone! I know that you're all scared and tired and unsure. Some of you have been on the outside. Later that day, we see Benjamin and Rachel talking when the group all stand up. All right, everyone! I know that you're all scared and tired and unsure. Some of you have been on the opposite side of me. I don't judge any of you, other than I thank you for sticking with us. We all came from different places, but we are one people. I see a group of very tough survivors who fought hard, who've lost a lot, sacrificed a lot, and you all want a better life for you and your families. I want that too. I want the kids in this group to grow up safe, fed, and clean. A friend of mine is pregnant. Her baby will have to grow up without a father because we live in a cruel world. This world makes people cruel. But I will go to hell and back if it meant some kind of future for that child or any of you. I don't care what I have to do to provide that future. I'm gonna die one day. No one lives forever. And why would you? I see all of you from different paths of life. Some of you lost your homes. Some of you left your homes to find a better place. We don't always get what we want. Life never works out. So much pain in our lives. We used to complain about not sleeping enough from before or having to get up and go to work or school. That was all we worried about back then, about 2 years ago. But now we wake up hoping the person next to us didn't stab us in our sleep or Walker didn't bite us. Whether or not our families, our friends will make it out of this hell another day, or if they'll fall today. I wasn't elected to be your leader, but if you help me, I'll protect you to the best of my ability. I will fight for every single one of you and die for you if it comes down to that, because I have had it. I wasn't elected to be your leader, but if you help me, I'll protect you to the best of my ability. I will fight for every single one of you and die for you if it comes down to that, because I have had it with losing. I've lost my parents, my home twice, my brother, and I've always been losing since the start. But I still care about people. I still have people I love. I want to see happy, protected, and safe. So I'm going to keep fighting until I can't anymore, because it's all I can do. For the last 2 years, that have been taking everything from us and driving us further and further from civilization and from what it meant to be human. I faced so many that accepted the darkness and never came out of it. They let it poison them, consume them, and infect others. And those they couldn't infect, they killed. I am done with it. I am done with that. With every drop of breath I have left in my body, I want to take it back from them. Anything I can. And so, I hope that with all of us together, as one united group, we can fight back the darkness, and for the first time since the outbreak, take back one of the cities we've lost from the dead. No one's ever done it before. It seems insane, but this is an insane world, and I'm not gonna drop dead after so many others gave their lives so I could live, he screamed. Rachel started to clap as Tyler, Grace, Peter, Carla, Manny, Obadiah, and everyone in the group began cheering for Benjamin. Benjamin smiled, hearing whistles and praises, and he smiled as Rachel walked over to him. Well, looks like you're our leader. What's next? She asked. The next day, we see Benjamin removing a Guts poncho from himself as many others get onto rooftops of the other buildings. He sets a disruption charge. Charge 1 set. Carla, let me know when you have yours, he stated. Gotcha, she said, moving into position. Rachel was next to him. Hey, thanks for backing me up earlier, he told her. Of course. I'll always be by your side, she said, smiling. So can you run this by again? I trust your plan, but the fear in me is worried about 50,000 Horde turning back and killing us, she said, nervous. Benjamin placed his shoulder on her and kissed her. As great of a kisser you are, that didn't answer my question, she stated. Right, sorry. Okay, so walkers move 5 to 7 miles an hour. We don't have to set the charges everywhere, just in the most populated areas. We don't want some of them to hear the charges and go against the walls, he stated. That makes sense, she stated. The dead will move as one because they're able to not only see, but perfectly hear every charge we set off, she said, complimenting the plan. After that, he said as the radio went off, Ben, our charges are set, he heard on the radio. Benjamin then apologized to Rachel, picking up the radio. Okay, good. Wait for my signal, he stated. Obadiah was on the other roof as he put on the charge down. Oh Lord, please bless this plan. Please let this work, he said, taking the radio. Benjamin, my fireworks are ready to go, he stated. Understood. Thanks, he says. Kat then radios him. Patrick radios Benjamin, saying that his fireworks were ready. Benjamin then marks off several spots on his map, checking multiple spots, rooftops on the maps, as the radio goes off from another person telling him their charge has been set. Sean and Tyler were on the last one to radio him. Benjamin marks it on his map. As he looks on, all 50 spots were good to go. Elsewhere, Carla is with Manny. Hey, if this backfires and we all die, I'll try not to eat you first, he stated. Carla rolled her eyes. We're not gonna die, she says, watching the horde below them. But if we do, in turn, I'm gonna eat you first, she said back. I knew you liked me, he smiled. Benjamin got ready to launch his. You know, Brandon used to come by my house every 4th of July. He loved it. He always waited the last second to run away before the firework went off, he smiled, making Rachel smile too. What about you? She asked. What about you? He asked. My dad didn't celebrate it with us. He had better things to do, she told him. Benjamin nodded. I'll celebrate it with you, he stated. Thank you, but that's okay. I doubt anyone will ever celebrate it again. We should start our own Independence Day, she replied. That's a great idea, he said. I have my moments, she said. Yes, you do, she says, kissing him. Here goes, he says, turning around, setting the charge. Benjamin and Rachel then move to the back, keeping clear as the CRM black charge explodes, sending a massive series of loud sounds and massive light everywhere. A massive horde turns, noticing the huge explosion of light and sound. Distraction 1 has been set. The horde is coming down the main street. Alright, Carla, it's our turn, Manny said. Light it up! The fireworks exploded in a massive explosion as dead followed. Ben, it's working. The dead are heading to the main street. Obadiah then lit his fireworks as the dead herded like sheep on the main street from his end. Thank God. Benjamin, they're coming to the main street, stated, as Patrick lit up his firework. It worked lighting up and went off exploding. Benjamin then watched on his binoculars, seeing thousands of them. Alright, let's get the rest of them. Some soldiers lit up fireworks as Kat radioed him. Benjamin, this is Kat. I'm counting 36,000 in the horde now. They saw the fireworks go off and act. Moving to the hospital, she stated. Understood. Good work. Sean, Tyler, get ready to set your charge. Remember to wait until the first wave hits the marked spot, he stated, as the walkers made it past a red marker. Gotcha, Sean said. Sean then saw Tyler, shaking in fear. Hey, are you okay? What's wrong? Nothing. I'm fine, he said. You're not fine. You're petrified. Don't worry, we got this. Sean then lit his match as the firework fuse was lit. As it was going, suddenly it stopped, not doing anything. What? What the hell? Sean said. Sean lit the back of the fireworks again, but it wasn't going off. No! You have to be kidding me! Light it! Tyler shouted. I am alright! He screamed. Benjamin? Tyler stated. We have a problem. Our fireworks aren't working, he stated. Benjamin was shocked to hear that. What do you mean it's not working? He asked. It's a dud. Benjamin, what do we do? He asked. Boys, listen to me. Put your gut ponchos on and hide, alright? Everyone stay where you are. We'll come to you, he stated. Tyler was putting on his guts poncho as he looked at Sean. Sean, come on! What are you doing? He asked. Sean grabbed a firework and took off, running down the building. Sean! Tyler screamed. Elsewhere, Obadiah was looking with his binoculars, seeing Sean run past the street. Kid, what are you doing? Benjamin, we have a problem, he warned. Oh, fantastic! He said sarcastically. I just saw Sean running into the street, he radioed Benjamin, and then took the walkie. What the shit? Are you kidding me? He screamed. Sean, get back on the roof right now! He screamed, as Sean turned on the radio. I'm not letting everyone down. It's okay, Ben, I can do this, he said, as Benjamin was screaming. Sean saw the massive horde in front of him. He covered his nose as the stench was making him sick. He was getting nauseous and took his knife, cutting the fireworks up, opening the powders. He took a match. Tyler watched on, killing the zombies around him, covering him, as he shouted for him to stop. Sean then dropped the match and all the gunpowder. As Tyler screamed, as the fireworks exploded, blinding Tyler, as the massive flash of light and smoke exploded. Tyler was coughing and looked to see the smoke. Tyler quickly ran, killing a walker. Tyler looked and saw that Sean lying on the ground. He was shocked to see Sean having small red marks on his neck and body. As Tyler looked in horror, he removed his guts poncho and saw that his CRM uniform took most of the blast. Tyler placed his finger on his neck. Thank God! Come on! Benjamin, I have Sean, he's hurt! Tyler said, trying to pick him up. Tyler then saw the massive horde one street away from them. As in the faraway distance, Benjamin was sprinting as fast as he could, leaving Rachel far in the back. Tyler dragged Sean as best as he could, but struggled. He saw the walkers coming towards them, who were way too close, when suddenly, several walkers were shot in the head in front of him, saving the two boys. Carla shouted for Tyler to move. Here, let me carry him! Manny, cover us! She asked, as Tyler chased after her. Come on, hurry! Tyler looked as Sean opened his eyes. Ow. Carla? Sean, can you hear me? She asked. I think his suit took most of the damage, Tyler stated. I think you're right, she screamed. Suddenly, Obadiah came running with them. Here, take my poncho, he said, giving his to Carla. Obadiah covered them as he fired his gun before running out of ammo. You kids get out of here, he shouted. But I'm not leaving you, hell no, Manny told him. There's no time, run! Manny fired the rest of his gun at the incredibly massive horde. Ah! I'm out! He stated. Carla, hand me your gun! Tyler fired his gun. A walker grabbed him. Obadiah ran forward and grabbed the walker with one hand before he smashed it against the lamppost, killing him. Obadiah then pushes another one as two more grouped behind it, but he pushed them all three away. Hurry! He shouted. Carla continued to run, carrying Sean as they saw the bridge. Take the kids and go! Run! He ordered. I'm coming back for you, he stated. Obadiah fired his remaining shots. Hey! Over here, you smelly rot bags! I'm over here! He screamed as Carla, Manny, and Tyler ran into a bush, taking cover as the massive horde was passing them. There were thousands upon thousands of walkers. Carla looked as Sean was coming to. Tyler was getting sick as Manny rubbed his back. Tyler puked on the grass from the awful smell. Hey, easy kid, take it easy, as Carla and Manny smelled the dead rise. Oh, that is so gross. I think I'm gonna... He puked. Carla looked on, covering her nose from the smell of the horde. A lot of dust was kicking in their faces as she looked sick and was coughing. On the bridge, Obadiah continued to kill the walkers and distract them as he dropped his walkie. Everyone, I'm at the bridge. The horde is right on top of me. Be safe, all of you. Goodbye. God watch over all of you. Manny heard it and tried to get up. Let me go! I have to save him! He stated. It's too late, I'm sorry! Carla said. Obadiah looked and continued to fight off as many as he could, but they started grabbing him. As he fought as hard as he could, Obadiah grabbed 2 walkers and threw them over his back as he fell into the water. Obadiah continued and punched a walker hard in the face, destroying it as the swarm was on top of him. God, thank you for being merciful to me. Please protect these people and forgive me of my sins. Please welcome me, your humble servant, into your kingdom, he said as he was about to die. Suddenly, multiple gunshots were fired, saving him as a rope was lowered down to him. As Obadiah looked behind him over the bridge, "Quick, grab it!" Benjamin screamed. "God still has work for you, buddy!" Benjamin hand on top of the metal beam holding the rope. Obadiah was shocked as Benjamin yelled again. "Hurry, grab it!" Benjamin shouted. Obadiah jumped into the air, grabbing the rope as he held on tight. He floated, holding it, as the massive swarm of walkers began to fall over the bridge and into the water. "I didn't expect God to send me an angel," he stated. "Well, he didn't. I ain't no angel, and shit, you're as heavy as I thought you'd be," Benjamin grunted as the walkers continued falling off of the bridge. Obadiah continued to hold onto the rope. Benjamin tied the rope by the beam as he began to pull him up. "Wow, this is really starting to hurt. Please hurry," Benjamin said, grunting in pain as Obadiah apologized. "Just tie me down, I'll climb this," he stated. Obadiah climbed all the way to the top as Benjamin and took deep breaths. "Thank you, kid. I owe you one," he stated. Benjamin breathed hard. "Sounds good. I'll hold you to that." At nighttime, Rachel looked, seeing the last of the walkers falling off of the bridge as she looked to Benjamin. "That was the last wave. They're all gone now," she said, excited. Benjamin nodded. "I'll be right back," he said as he went to the dock, as Sean lied in the bed. "How is he, Dr. Roberts?" he asked. "He'll pull through. I gave him some medicine for the pain. He received slight burns on his hand and parts of his chest and neck, but no serious nerve damage. He's very lucky to have only gotten those from the blast at point-blank range. Unfortunately, his wounds will scar a bit. If his uniform didn't take most of the blast, well, let's just leave it at that," she told him. "Thank you," Benjamin stated as he patted her shoulder. "Of course. I'll let you two talk," she stated. Carla watched as Benjamin sat down next to Sean, who was resting on a cot. "Sean," he whispered. "Hey, Ben, is everyone else okay?" he asked. "Yeah, they're okay," he stated. "How do you feel?" he asked. "My head hurts a little, and I can't feel my hand. Must be the morphine the doc gave me." "What the hell were you thinking?" he asked, shocking Sean. "What? What the hell were you thinking, Sean?" Benjamin asked again, as Sean tried to speak, but Benjamin interrupted him. "No! Don't say another word, Sean. I promised John and Hannah I would look after you, but you ran off, nearly getting yourself killed. What if you had died today? Tyler went after you and could have died. Obadiah almost died saving you. Do you have any idea how devastated everyone would have been? What you did was idiotic, Sean!" he yelled. Carla tried to stop him. "Whoa, Ben, ease up. Stay out of this, Carla," he snapped, turning back to Sean. "You will never, ever disobey me like that. Ever again. I don't want to hear your reasoning. I don't care. You nearly died today. You nearly blew yourself up.
The only thing I want to hear coming from your mouth is that I'm sorry, Benjamin. I will never, ever do anything that's stupid and reckless ever again. Do you understand me? Benjamin said, scaring him. Carla and Rachel listened on, shocked, hearing this. Seeing this Benjamin, for the first time ever, looked like he was in his kill mode, only this time, it was directed at one of them, like his switch turned on. I'm sorry, Sean said. Promise me, you will never do something that stupid ever again, he asked. I promise, Sean said, upset. Benjamin then signed and got up. I'm glad you're alive. Dr. Roberts is going to be taking care of you for a while. Get some sleep. Benjamin said, leaving. Carla went over to Sean as he began to cry. Carla looked on as Rachel watched Benjamin head into one of the streets outside. He was breathing heavily as he started getting flashes of the basement with mortars and him brutally killing Greg and Doug too. He then saw a large group of walkers. He ran towards them, stabbing the first one in the head. He furiously killed the other two zombies and grabbed one before slamming it down, cutting its head off as Benjamin stared at it, growling at him, before he tossed the head into another group of zombies. He didn't stop letting out his anger. He continued to massacre them all in his berserk kill mode, covering himself in more and more blood.